Welcome to MAT2LB, booklet number 5, Eating in Restaurants and Shopping for Food, lesson number 6, Buying Groceries. You can buy groceries online now, which is one of those nice things about the age in which we live, and you can shop online and do all sorts of things from the comfort of your own home without ever having to leave, which, as I said, can be quite convenient sometimes. Today's lesson is about how to go about buying groceries online, and again, specifically, it's considering that you might be the employee in a situation like this where you're going to be required to tally up somebody else's order using an inventory sheet with the appropriate prices, and then totaling it up before the payment would be processed. So that's sort of the slant of the lesson we're going for today. Let's start with example number 1. So you are going to enter and complete the following customer order for an online grocery store, Hangry Online Food Mart. Complete the bill of sale for online payment. Use the Hangry Online Food Mart inventory to make your calculations using a calculator for payment with debit. So, as I've said, the Hangry Online Food Mart inventory, that can be found on the website. You can click on it. I'll be referencing it today when we work through it. The other thing that's important to note is if you look down this page, you can see our sales receipt. And our sales receipt has a few different blanks to fill in, the first of which is the date. Now you can put in today's date. I'm just going to put in January 1st. We'll just assume you're doing some New Year's Day shopping. So we'll call it January 1st. You can put in any date there that you'd like, but it will need some sort of date just for records purposes. The second thing that was noted right up here at the very beginning is payment with debit. And you'll want to make a note of that since different payment methods will be recorded in different ways. So down here at the bottom, we have sale made with cash, credit card, check number, or other. So we're going to check other, and we are going to indicate that this is debit. And that's what we're going to do right at the beginning there. Now at this point, what you're going to want to do is copy over the customer order onto the sales receipt. Now I've already done some of it. I've done some pre-copying, but let's do one here together just to make sure that you understand where to put everything. So the first thing on the customer order is 3 cans of cat food. So under the quantity, that's where I'll be putting 3. The description is cans of cat food, which I've written in now, and then I continue to write down the list. So that's what I'd like you to do now. Hit pause in the video, get down the rest of the customer order into the sales receipt, and at that point, hit unpause and we'll get back to the lesson. Okay, you're back, you've copied it out, looks a lot like mine. Next step is for us to go and get the prices of these items. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth between the Hangry Online Store inventory, which I'm going to do now. There's cat food right up there, 85-gram cans, 3 of them for $1.95. So I'm going to write that in. I want $1.95. Now that's $1.95 for 3 cans, but I want 3 cans. So the total amount that I'm going to have will be $1.95. Next item is 1 bunch of green onions. So let's go find green onions on the list. There they are, green onions. It's 66 cents per bunch. So let's see how many bunches. 1 bunch only, so that's going to be, and I'm going to write this like dollars. They wrote it like 66 cents, but I'm going to write it like $0.66. And then I will also write that over here in the amount, since that's not only the price, but the amount that I'm getting. Let's go to a dozen eggs. Eggs, where are you? There are the eggs. Large dozen, $2.49. Let's head back over. $2.49. We write that in. And again, we are after 1 dozen only. So that's going to be $2.49 also in the amount. 2 pounds of tomatoes. All right, so we're looking for tomatoes. Let's go have a look. Tomatoes, where are you? There's tomatoes. So this one's interesting. It's 99 cents per pound. Right there. I'll zoom back a little bit. So 99 cents per pound. Let's go see. So we have 99 cents. So I'm going to write that as 0.99 per pound, but I want 2 pounds. So now's a place for me to do a little bit of arithmetic. So I take my 99 cents and I want 2 pounds. So I multiply it by 2. That's going to give me a total of $1.98 because I wanted 2 pounds of tomatoes. Next item up, 1 2-liter bottle of ginger ale. So let's find ginger ale. Oh, there it is. $1.98, and I only want 1 of them, so that's okay. $1 $2.98, which is also going to be the amount since I only want one. Last item on the list is 1 can of corn. Let's go find it. Can of corn. There's corn right up there, third from the top. That's going to be 98 cents for a 354 gram can. So 98 cents, let's get back over there. It's going to be 0.98. And again, I only want one of them, so I'm just going to take that as the amount as well. So that's the first thing, or the second thing I did. I copied down all the items onto my sales receipt. Then I went and referenced my Hangry online store inventory, copied the prices, and calculated the amount. Next thing up for me is to calculate the subtotal. So I'm going to take all of these amounts and I'm going to add them together. So I'm going to start by typing in $1.95 plus 66 cents plus $2.49 plus $1.98 plus $1.98 plus 98 cents. It gives me $10.04, and that I'm going to write down here in the subtotal, $10.04. At this point, I have to calculate my tax. I'm just going to do a sort of little call out over here for tax. Now, tax, as you recall, is 13%, so I write down the percentage as a decimal by dividing it by 100. That's going to give me 0.13, which I multiply by the cost of my order, which is going to be $10.04. So when I type in 0.13 times $10.04, that's going to give me, and I'll write this down, $1.3052. Okay, too many numbers. We need to get this rounded to the nearest hundredth. The digit in the hundredths place value is 0, and that's followed by a 5. The 5 tells us that we are going to round up. So that's going to give us $1.31 as opposed to 30 cents. And now we're going to put that back in over here under tax. So we're talking $1.31. $1.31. Again, this is nicely set up here for us to do some quick arithmetic. Vertically, we won't need our calculator for this one. 4 plus 1, I'm adding vertically here, gives us a 5. 0 plus 3 gives us a 3. 0 plus 1 gives us a 1, and 1 plus 0 gives us 1 again, giving us a grand total of $11.35. So this is how you would go about completing an online sales receipt for an order. If you're unsure of any of the portions of this lesson, now's the time to go back and watch them again. If you're feeling good, this is actually the last lesson of unit number 5, so you can head off to the last worksheet of unit number 5. Best of luck on the review and test, and we'll see you in unit 6.